Big shout out to all the carnivores and raw meat eaters out there. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you guys how I'm going to break my 48-hour fast and what I eat in a day, or what I eat today, being predominantly carnivore and a raw meat eater. A little bit about the channel. In here you're going to see me eating a lot of raw meats, raw offal, liver, heart, all that stuff. A lot of butter, raw milk. I do eat some fruits and sometimes a little bit of veggies, but for the most part you won't see me eat veggies. It's kind of rare since they get me bloated and gassy. As far as what I'm eating at the moment right now, if you guys were able to see the label, I'm eating organic, grass-fed, pasture-raised, antibiotic-free 6-ounce sirloin steak. I wanted to go with the ribeye, but didn't have any at the time when I went to the grocery store. I bought this at Sprouts. I wanted the ribeye because it has more fat, and well, as you know, your brain is 60% fat, so that's really good for your brain and a bunch of other stuff that's needed for daily bodily function. I also want to say that eating lots of fats doesn't necessarily make you fat. Fat will not make you fat. It's usually the sugar and the carbohydrates that get you overweight. So don't be scared to eat animal fats and fats that occur naturally in food. So this was after the 48-hour fast, and I like to get in some raw meat. I want to get all this good stuff that my body knows how to digest. I eat a lot of this raw meat, some raw eggs, raw milk, butter, all this stuff my body just loves, and it absorbs it. I feel satisfied when I'm done eating, and I'm not hungry after an hour or two. I'm a little bit on the thinner side today because it was a 48-hour fast, so I'm about 5 pounds lighter than I usually walk around. And my body now craves this raw stuff. I eat a combination of both raw and cooked, but I try to get some raw every day, some type of raw, whether it's raw meat mostly or some raw milk. So when I go on these longer fasts, these 48-hour fasts, the first meals that I want to put in my body are raw meats, raw eggs, raw milk, just some type of raw foods. That's just what my body thrives on. I think we evolutionized eating this way, that my body knows how to digest. When I eat it, my stomach doesn't hurt, I don't get bloated, I don't even get gassy. So I could eat raw meat for a week straight and I won't pass gas, or at least it's very, very minimal. I don't get gassy, I don't get bloated, but as soon as I get some vegetables with me, or I eat some beans, it's game on. I get bloated and I get gassy. I'm sure we all know what happens after we all eat beans. So let's get into the way this tastes. Okay, so I definitely don't eat it because it tastes good. It doesn't taste good, but it doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like water. I don't know, it has no taste really. I mean, if it has a little bit of blood, then you might be able to taste that. Very minimal. Sometimes you can't even taste the iron in it. It doesn't really taste like anything, but I wouldn't say that it tastes bad. In the beginning, I was grossed out by this. I remember when I first tried it, I was gagging and I was like, why am I doing this? This is stupid. But I was like reading a lot about the benefits, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try this. The first time I tried it, I had some pasture-raised ground beef that was grass-fed, and I had about half a pound of it, and it was so hard to put down because I was gagging or whatnot, but I was like, whatever, I'm in this, now let's just finish this and see how we feel. We'll never have to do it again. But the way I felt after, I'm talking about like 30 minutes after, I was completely satisfied with what I ate. I didn't go reach for some chips, or I didn't want some candy or some type of snacks or carbs or anything. I was satisfied, and then I started to feel really, I don't know, like kind of euphoric. I felt good. I didn't have that crash after you have like a big dinner or whatever, you're sleepy and you want a nap. No, I just felt good. I'm ready to go. I was on it. I was like focused. I just didn't have to worry about anything, and it took me 5 minutes to eat it maybe, and that's what got me started on this journey. My body started craving the way it felt after I ate this raw stuff and these type of foods that are so nutritious for us, that I didn't really care about the taste, and now I just kind of got used to it. I still don't like the taste, but I definitely don't dislike it. Like I said, I used to gag, and now it's just nothing. I just eat this, put it down, and get it over with, and I'm good. And I feel like my body appreciates everything that I put in it now. There's just so many reasons that I've been reading about and researching. The benefits outweigh any of the risks. I honestly think there's no risk. People say, aren't you scared of parasites and all this other stuff? And I'm just like, no. I've been doing it for so long now, and I've yet to get sick one time. Okay, so now here I'm about to drink some raw milk and 2 raw eggs. I didn't want to drink too much milk right after I ate my raw meat, because kind of like I researched it, and like the milk kind of oversaturates your stomach and you won't get much benefits of your meat. So it's better to wait like an hour or so. But I just kind of put down 2 eggs with a little bit of milk just so I can get the flavor out of the eggs. People always think like, oh, raw milk, that's disgusting. Is it sour? Is it thick? No, the consistency is the same as regular milk. It actually tastes the same as regular pasteurized milk. There's no difference to it, except that when you put these two milks side by side, pasteurized milk and the raw milk, I actually did like a little experiment. The pasteurized milk started rotting and smelling really bad. Yet a month into the raw milk, it just started turning into like cheese, and it smelled like cheese and yogurt, and yeah, it didn't smell bad actually. Yet the pasteurized milk just smelled disgusting. You're essentially drinking dead milk when you drink pasteurized milk, because they heat it up to a certain level where they kills all the bacteria, but you're also killing all the good bacteria and all the enzymes that your body needs and will thrive off of. And yeah, I just choose to drink raw milk now, and I don't think it's dangerous at all. Actually, I get a lot of comments on my skin, and I saw that it's one of the benefits from that. It's usually women that comment on my skin. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with eating raw milk, or why it's even illegal in some states, which is crazy to me. So for dinner, this is what I ate. It was about 2 pounds of chuck eye. It's kind of like the same cut as a ribeye, and I decided to grill that, and I grilled it to around medium rare-ish. It might have got a little bit overcooked to be rare, because I left it resting covered with some aluminum foil. Doesn't matter, the steak came out delicious. I just put a little bit of salt on it when I was grilling it, and yeah, that was amazing. And for dessert, I always make this well, maybe not for dessert right after I eat, but like an hour or so after dinner, I always make this shake, and I get about 16 ounces of raw milk and let that just go to room temperature, just warm up a little bit, and I throw a couple eggs in there, pasture raised eggs. Here when I make the shakes, I leave the egg whites in there with the egg yolk, and it makes it like a little yellowish tint. But once I blend that, it's so fluffy and delicious. I eat that with a couple dates with butter, and it's like the best tasting thing in the world, or the best treat, at least for me. And that's what I crave now. I don't crave some cake or anything. I never was like really a sweets guy, even though I have had a few bars of candy here and there, like, you know, a bite or two. But this stuff is like, if I can just eat this as dessert and drink this all day, and it's that good for me, then why not do it? It's delicious. I'm getting the nutrition from the cholesterol, the eggs, the raw milk. Oh, shout out to Fond du Lac. They're from, I think, company out in Phoenix, Arizona, for the raw milk. Delicious. I love it. And I'm hoping that I can get some raw butter from you guys, and also raw cheese. I'm not sure if you guys make that. I'm gonna have to look into that, because right now I have to order my raw butter from out of town, from some ranch in California. The same with my raw liver and heart. Actually, a couple months ago, I was in San Diego, and I went to this farmer's market. I forget what town it was, but I went to this farmer's market, and there was this stand from a ranch, and they had a bunch of raw liver and raw heart, offal and meats, all the stuff that you can get from them, and it's all grass-fed, pasture-raised cows, and that's where I usually order my raw stuff from, like organs and all that. Yeah, that's kind of how I broke my fast today, with the combination of both raw foods and cooked foods. I'll make sure to keep bringing you more of this type of content. So if you guys like this video, or want to keep getting grossed out by me eating all this raw meat, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or subscribe. You can even click on the little bell to get notified when I upload new videos. Thank you guys.